say good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
It's a terrible Tuesday in the city of Owerri.
And of course right here on Darling FM.
Back to work day, I guess.
Go and grind it, make it, and
okay, so
leave wahala for people who get wahala.
Use our Telegram and our Facebook page to share how you spent your Monday, especially for those of you that didn't come out. We're sitting at home.
Yeah.
We want to know how you spent it. We're live on Facebook, so leave those comments there. Today, hopefully, we're going to take as many messages as we can.
That's possible.
Also, a quick one. Big shout out to Cosmos Chukwemeka, who
don't go and spill my question because there's a price to
I don't even know the question.
So just allow me to introduce the question.
All right, let's have it.
Thank you so much. So guys, like Paul said, big shout out to Cosmos Chukwemeka, and that's because something huge. You know when they tell you I'm expecting something huge next week. So something huge is coming this Saturday. Oh God, I've spilled one. Okay, so something huge is coming up. So, but I want you, we have two tickets to give out to two lucky winners this morning. So what you're going to do is tell us the venue for the event that will be going down. First of all, the name of the event, the venue, and the slogan for the event. Because I just said the date, which is on 13th of this month. So that's out of it. We're going to be selecting the first two persons that get it right. The name of the event, the venue, the time, and the slogan for that event.
Okay. Well,
once you get it, we're going to be giving you 2 recharge vouchers. So we'll be taking one from the Telegram and one from the Facebook. Just two, the first persons on each platform, and we'll be giving the recharge voucher to that person.
Okay. All right. The jingles have been playing on radio.
Yep. And we've been announcing it too on our different individual programs and all of that. Yeah. So just do your thing and win yourself a ticket this morning.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's start with. Yeah. So I hear a lot of petrol filling stations have been hoarding fuel.
I don't know why they're hoarding fuel though.
Yeah, Ipman is talking tough, saying that they have no reason whatsoever to hoard fuel, especially because they've dispatched at least 200 tankers, to supply petrol to filling stations. And that should guarantee that there's no fuel scarcity.
At least from now to the end of the year, right?
Well, at least, from now
to the end. Well, meanwhile, I know one thing that is already on the high side right now, but if care is not taken, it's going to be worse than what we're experiencing right now, and that is the cooking gas right now. So, marketers are saying that they are no longer buying at all, and that's because they reintroduced the tax they were supposed to be paying, custom duty, and all of that, and they say it's quite expensive for them. And meanwhile, gas actually increased by 240%. So now the one that you used to buy for 3,000, and that's the 12.5 kg, is being sold for 10,500 or so.
10,000 naira for 12 kg cylinder. Well, you start using firewood now.
I think they say they will not be adding it to bride price though.
Because you can't even
cylinder.
Oh yeah.
Fueled, the one that is fueled. That's what we'll be taking to my home this Christmas.
And
chicken.
If you're making this meeting with your parents so difficult for me, do the one that I can afford.
What is gas that you cannot buy?
Meanwhile, someone on our Telegram was sharing piece of some information about how people are now adulterating kerosene. Yes, and that we have to be careful where we buy kerosene from because, according to her, I've forgotten the name, some families have been engulfed in fire, in inferno. Yeah, as soon as they try to strike a match, to their stove.
All because to make profits.
Exactly.
And make money. I watched the video. This one happened in Lagos, Paul. It's a filling station. They were selling water to their customers instead of a fuel. And I'm like, how do people sit down and just think about this ridiculous act and they carry it out?
Evil people living amongst us.
Imagine putting water inside someone's fuel tank.
So just be very, very, careful where you buy from, preferably from a petrol station, so that if anything happens, you can easily go there and lay claim. If you like, accept demand for receipts, so there's no denial. Away from that, quick updates from Ikoyi building collapse. Well, now some persons who had paid for some of the apartments have started talking to journalists. And we're beginning to learn that some persons had already made part payment of about $500,000. Some done part payment of. There was a man that said that they gave him a 3-bedroom apartment for $565,000, and that they had to spread the payment plan.
For 48 months.
Yes, so he had deposited $65,000 and looking to pay the rest in the next 2 years or so. Well, these are big men, big problem, obviously, because if you never chop full, you cannot pay as much as if you convert it to naira. It's running
4.6 million,
over 200 million naira for an apartment.
Million, some 2 billion, and they said the higher your floor, the higher the payment, and all of that. But you know what actually baffles me? With all this money, yet substandard materials were actually used for that building.
That's the one that baffles you.
That's one out of many. I said that's one. Then
is
such amount of money, no insurance to cover such amount of money and people.
That's on the part of the builder now.
That's on the part of the builder
the
too.
The people pay for this very expensive apartment. Well, it's in Ikoyi, so okay, you would understand. However, when you leave Ikoyi and start entering Lekki area and coming down to Ikeja and the others, you're going to meet hold up. You're going to meet insecurity. You're going to meet potholes. You're going to meet, youths that are ready to pounce on you because of unemployment.
But most of the people, like the man that spoke, he doesn't even stay here. He said he stays in UK. Okay. So some of the people that even purchase that apartment do not even stay in Nigeria.
What I'm saying is, you can buy yourself this kind of luxury, but the problems of the country will stare you in the face as soon as you step out of your luxury apartment. That's what I'm trying to say. The man who built the building with substandard, he's dead. There's nothing you can do to him.
It's very painful. It's not just him that died. Numbers of people also died in something they do not even know about. Some of them did not even pay for the apartment, and someone's negligence and greed had to take someone else down.
Unfortunately, we are all going to be victims of someone's negligence, as long as we don't condemn this negligence when we see one. That's the truth. So, fortunately, a lot of people died, but hey, aren't we still witnessing a lot of negligence around us today? What are we doing or saying about it? Let's quickly move to Anambra election. Update is that the time for the election scheduled for today is to commence at 10 a.m. and hopefully
and 4 p.m.
by 4 they should conclude.
The Orumba, the controversial Orumba local government, they've actually accepted is an APGA one in that local government, making it 18 local governments won by APGA. So after today's election, hopefully they get to announce the winner of Anambra gubernatorial election.
But regardless of what INEC announces, APC is already saying that they will go to the Supreme Court to get their mandate if INEC don't declare APC the winner.
In fact, they even said they should cancel and give a fresh date. Their PDP chairman in the
as
state.
Soon as I saw the statement from the chairman of APC in Imo State,
in Anambra State, yes.
You should allow me to.
HDK.
Imo jumped out of my mouth because it's a familiar story. As soon as you hear Supreme Court, you just say,
is it
I've seen this thing played out before. But a lot of people are saying Anambra not be Imo.
Yeah, they've started using the people have even started printing shirts, face caps, and all of that for it.
We will wait and see. Okay, so let's bring it home quickly to. I think this is the big story of the day. Is it the impeachment of the speaker? Yeah, that's the big story of the day, really. And So there was an emergency meeting or sitting. You have the story, right? And some the script that they want us to accept is that some lawmakers, there were 14 of them,
19 of them,
felt that there was something or some things the speaker had done, a battle speaker had done, and so called for a meeting, and then they gathered, and then they found out that the battle speaker had done some things, forged documents that did not sit well with the House. Even lawmakers that were reported to have signed that the deputy speaker be removed denied their signatures, and for that reason the speaker was impeached.
I
right?
know that the former deputy speaker that was also impeached,
yeah.
China Iwanya, was stormed the emergency meeting with 6 lawmakers, and the purpose for him to come was actually to impeach the speaker.
He did that.
He came there, yeah.
With 6 lawmakers.
With 6 lawmakers too.
Okay. You may have read a lot of reports. For me, I have questions though. Mine is I just need for some of the blanks to be filled, because for me, I'm not so concerned about most of the reports on the major televisions, from channels to Arise to TVC that I was watching, succeeded in telling us what happened. Imo Speaker impeached, but not one told me how this impeachment was conducted. And for me, I'm more concerned about the how, because we've seen this will not be the first speaker that will be impeached, and I doubt if it will be the last. But if we don't ask the how, then we'll continue to make the same mistakes. For me, the striking thing there, and for a lot of people who have been suspended or impeached,
they actually suspended, I think 3 lawmakers even yesterday too.
Yeah.
They suspended 3 lawmakers were suspended yesterday.
Yes.
After the impeachment happened.
You have their names?
Everything is in our newscast this morning, so just stay tuned and you get the.
Allow me to ask my questions.
I also have questions too.
I know we have the news covered, but these questions, since I started following this development, I need to answer. I've seen a Vanguard report say that the battle speaker was prevented from going into the House by security operatives. And the first question is, if you accuse a man of forging or carrying out of parliamentary conduct or whatever those jargons we usually hear from the Legislative House, why don't you give them the opportunity to defend themselves? We saw the way those 6 lawmakers were suspended, and now, and even when the deputy speaker was removed, he too was not given an opportunity to defend himself.
I think it's usually more like that. Even the one in Plateau State that we also saw too.
Pastor, let me land on these questions so that we can move on. We have a lot of stories. I'm serious. I need answers. All right? So you don't give a man the opportunity to defend themselves. You suspend them. But in this case, you're going to impeach this one. You've already done your impeachment. You say he forged certificates or documents. Now, lawmakers whose signatures were seen to have removed the deputy speaker are denying their signatures. I've seen some of the documents where it was not just signatures. Some were handwritten documents stating that I, Honorable so, asked that Shina Iwanyam or Honorable Shina Iwanyam, Right Honorable, be removed. I've seen handwritings of some of these lawmakers, and they are denying their own handwriting. I mean, if anyone can deny it's her handwriting, Honorable Uche Buagu, who I worked for at least 2 years, I know his handwriting. I saw his handwriting where he wrote that yes, he, as a lawmaker representing so and so, asked that the deputy speaker be removed. All right. So is he denying his signature too, along with the other statements? That's another question that I would like, because people are quick to say it's the opposition that is doing all of this, but the last time I checked, a lot of those that have been affected or whose names are mentioned in all of this defected from PDP to the ruling party, including the embattled speaker. Interestingly, I spoke with the embattled speaker, Right Honorable Paul Emezim, yesterday to give his own account and possibly come on Darling FM to talk to Imo Light and share with us what has happened. And he said he will have to speak with the governor first to get permission to speak. And so that's supposed to be a speaker of the house asking to speak with the governor first. So hopefully at 9 a.m. today, we'll try to find answers to these questions, because if we don't, like I started with, don't ask the how, we'll continue to make mistakes. I know a lot of people, when it comes to projects, they just want what they want. Okay, the roads are bad, they want their roads fixed. They don't want to know how the roads are going to be fixed, what contractor is going to be involved. They don't want to know. And just so you know, and I'll land on this so that we can share other stories. Who is the Speaker of the House concerns you and I. The Speaker determines whose motion is raised on the floor. The whole House could be screaming yay, but the Speaker could choose to hear nay and hit the gavel, and the nay has it. The Speaker, just the recent case of supplementary budget, about 30 billion plus passed. We don't know what that budget is for, what road or project the money is going to be spent on. As soon as the request came from the executive, it was passed. That's the power of the Speaker and a few others that, so it's important we ask the how and not just what happened. Sorry, I took a lot of time.
All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were even going to touch the area of the House of Assembly here in Imo State. It's been from one chaos to another, from one impeachment to another. The year is about to end. Imo Light need a lot of things. A lot of workers are not being paid. Are they talking about it? A lot of roads are not being repaired. Are they talking about it? Lots of families are in abject poverty. Are they doing anything to lead them out of poverty? And 2021 is about to come to an end.
Okay, all right. If you still want to stay on this subject,
let's go.
I'll tell you.
Let's go.
Other states are already passing their budget for 2022.
Minimum wage is still pending. Are they talking about it?
We don't have commissioners in Imo State that will work with the ministries to give us a budget that will reflect the yearnings of the people, right? So now they're going to hurriedly submit names.
And they've actually submitted. Hurry screen and move on.
Okay, and all right. Let's some other stories.
I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about Maina.
What?
Abdul Rashid.
Oh yeah. We can talk about that.
That was sentenced 8 years imprisonment for money laundering of pensioners to the tune of, I think it's more than 71 million naira, right?
For what?
2 billion naira.
Over 2 billion naira.
Over 2 billion naira.
Yeah.
And this trial had been going on for 2 years. So yesterday, finally, he was sentenced to 8 years imprisonment. But I think the highlight for me yesterday was watch a video of EFCC. And I think, which agency was that they were fighting for, who is going to take over?
The correctional service.
Yes, the correctional service. They were fighting over who is going to be in charge of his
custody.
Yeah, his custody. No, properties, like the ones they said they should relinquish and all of that.
Okay, well, of course, they can't fight over those property. What I saw was, EFCC and prison officials, divided and fighting over who will drive him, who accost him out of the prison. That was weird. However, I saw, the way you were celebrating the 8 years, which is, well, some people will say, yeah.
I'm not celebrating 8 years.
It's better to convict him than, not convict him. However, that's 8 years. If you take a look at a man who's convicted of stealing over 2 billion naira, it's supposed to, they said, the judge said it's going to start from 2019. So if 2019 from 2021, about 2 years is gone out of that 8 years, right? And you know, for prison terms, they calculate it day and night.
Day and night is 2 days.
So that's basically, if you divide 6 years left out of 8, that's 3 years that the man is going to spend in prison. At the very least, that's if he's not released after 6 months, like they did Orji's or Carlo. However, this is a man that was convicted of having illegal cash deposit of 300 million naira, 500 million naira, and 1.5 billion naira in 2 different bank accounts. He was convicted of having property in Abuja worth $1.4 million, 50 cars in Dubai, plush houses in Dubai, $2 million worth of property in Abuja. I can go on and on. All of this pensioners' money, all right, and you give him what? 8 years minus 2 that he has spent, and for me that's a slap on the wrist. Really, there's nothing to celebrate there. The joke was on EFCC and police fighting to transport him to his prison. I don't know what that was, but that happened. Okay, we have to bring you some commercials quickly. When we return, we're going to spend time taking your messages and hopefully share with you more stories. Be right back.
Which kind of paint I fit use wey go make my house go well? Na Circus paint. Paint wey go make my house shine shine. Circus paint. What about paint wey go last for 20 years? Na still Circus paint. Circus paint na ogbonge paint wey don win both national and international award on top paint matters. Abeg, where dem dey? Dem dey nationwide. Circus paint get one ogbonge wey dem call Circus satin paint. If dirty touch the paint, you fit use water and soap take clean am jaja. Circus paint get other ones like emulsion paint, test coat, gloss, sack flashcard paint, matte, industrial marine coating, red oxide primer, aluminium, screening paint, auto varnish, and other barbarous products. For that correct beauty paint wey you need na Circus paint. Their price na shipping. For more information call 070-3090-4125.
Moments can be ordinary. It's what we make of them that really matter. Make the best of every moment, every day, like Superman's do with Indomie. Moments to laugh with Indomie. Moments to share with Indomie.
Honey, why are we stopping at the Deluxe shop? It's just a small stain on the wall at home.
Babe, you think you're the only one who loves shopping vouchers?
Wait, Deluxe is giving out shopping vouchers?
Yes! From now till November 30th, 2021, buy Deluxe paint and win shopping vouchers worth up to 60,000 naira instantly. No raffle draws or lucky tips. Just buy and win. But remember, terms and conditions apply.
Deluxe, let's color. Everywhere you go, you hear the phrase, we move. It's not just words, it's an expression of hope and belief. It's the unstoppable energy of bright minds. When things aren't going as planned, we don't give up, we move. Rejections won't hold us down. Disappointments won't derail us. We keep grinding because every step we take counts. So, whatever you do, never, ever, ever stop believing in you. Turn up your dreams because whatever life brings, we move. And guess what? It's empty and telling you, everywhere you go, we're there. nationwide, online and offline. The biggest sales of the year 2021. It's Conga Yakata from 11th November to 12th December. Supported by HP, Intel, Verve, Lenovo, Samsung, Unilever, Synox, and many more. Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
All right, quickly, let's take some comments. Okay, I would like to take some from Facebook right away. Chibuzo Val says, good morning. He's watching from Mamako here. Skyline Splendor says, Cassie, what? There's more. Okay. You can get that. Philip Ogazi says, good morning, Paul. I'm commenting from Worobi Bitoli. My take on the ongoing saga in the Imo House of Assembly is that we, the Imolites, should overlook them. Hence, the Imo State House of Assembly members are not, because they are not fighting, because they are only fighting for their service interests. All right. So, I urge the Imolites to keep on criticizing the poor performance of Imo government. With a struggle to get that one. Cosmos Wanchuku says, I love your program. Thank you very much. We have from Telegram.
Okay, and on the Telegram I have you Ajuruchi saying good morning to us. They said the joy of civil service is gratuity and pensions, and until these issues are properly addressed in the state, we will continue to witness patriotism among the civil servants, which will negatively affect the economy since our economy is public driven. MC Thunder is saying good morning. He's saying, Maina, do you see that pension money is a spirit money? The cry of the poor masses have indicated a man for 8 years imprisonment. So what played out yesterday at Federal High Court Abuja shows there is no peace for wicked. And Daddy Joe is saying good morning. So he said Glorian Hotel behind a Berry Links filling station along Port Harcourt Road is the venue. And he went on to say which Speaker of the House of Assembly is with the maize and which one does the governor recognize as the authentic speaker. Finally, a number election will be concluded today, and Africa will emerge the winner to the glory of gold. Okay, I have Amala Napoleon who is saying, good morning, Paul and Cassie. Wonders shall never end. Drama in the Imo State House of Assembly. Imo State House of Assembly has turned to be an object of ridicule and caricature. 7 days, 7 cartons of trouble. Before the end of their tenure, every member will test the seat of the speaker. I hope they should be connected to TV so that instead of buying and watching of movies and dramas, we shall be watching the supposed to be honorable members. We have turned to be dishonorable members. Okay, you want us to take messages?
From Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, all right. We have
Norma who is saying good morning, Paul and Cassie. Please, who is the speaker at this morning? Well, they actually made Kennedy Bay, that's the Obo constituents, the speaker.
Yeah. Okay. So, just to add, Frank Lugochukwu says he loves our program. I said that earlier. Comrade Ompadek says he sincerely thanks and rejoices with the people of Anambra for making the right choice. Obina Collins says he's watching from Naze, and that event, okay, that's giving the answer to the question you asked. Ngozi Anusia says, what?
Did you even get the question? Because
yeah, we could attend to those later on. Good morning, Paul, the magician and Omali Chakasi. The way the cost of things are going up is now worrisome. All right, so what we're going to do, we'll go through the messages. We're going to see the first person
I've
to get
actually
it right.
seen someone on the Telegram. So Daddy Joe didn't get everything right. He actually just wrote the venue and not other things I asked. So Victor Chinemerem actually got it right. He said the name is Soccer Fans Fiesta. The slogan is uncensored. The date is 13th November and time is 4 p.m. Venue Glorian Hotel behind where a Berry Links filling station. And that's it. So on the Telegram is Victor Chinemerem. So you have to come down to Darling FM and take it together. When we go through the messages on Facebook, we're going to inbox you to come
we
and
have
take
about
yours.
50 comments already, so I couldn't really.
Yeah, so Soccer Fans Fiesta is on Saturday, 13th of November, 4 p.m., Glorian Hotel. And of course, the slogan is uncensored. We all are going to be there. So just come, rep your club, and have fun. And guess what? It's going to be Bongo theme this year. Because Shama Melody is coming.
Amazing. You didn't.
I didn't do what?
For football lovers.
I said they should come rep
right?
their clubs. I said it. Come rep your clubs and have fun. It's going to be an amazing night.
Okay. All right. The ticket free.
The ticket is 2,000 naira, right, for single. Cosmos Chukwemeka, 2,000 naira for single, and what else again?
Just listen to the jingle. Information. Stay tuned. Let's bring you the newscast. I am Paul the Magician.
Cassie, the radio diva. Good morning. Are you able to put on the